Hey everybody, this is today, May 25th, 2018. It's Happy Friday, Happy Memorial Day weekend to everybody. This is Juan from the One on One Show, brought to you by Torre Law. Torre Law is a criminal, family, and immigration law firm. You can reach us at 407-733-0640 or find us on the web at delatorrelaw.com or on Facebook, Torre Law, YouTube, One on One Show, or Torre Law or Juan Torre. I don't know, take your pick. Anyway, today's Friday, May 25th. In the news, Harvey Weinstein. Dude,
Yeah.
that's a dirtbag.
Yeah. So
I try not to get carried away.
sure.
And as much as I think he's a dirtbag and what he's done is obviously incorrect, I can't help but to think like a defense attorney. And, one of the things that crosses my mind is when you get into this world of quid pro quo, I mean forceful, unconsented to, sexual relations obviously is a sexual battery. At least I would think, according to any statute, whether it be California statutes or Florida statutes. But quid pro quo. I want a part in a movie. I'm willing to perform fellatio. He uses that influence and that control aspect of that. Is that in fact an unconsensual encounter? I mean, I'm thinking like a defense attorney here.
Right. Well, I think the issue that I hear is that he's basically turned himself in. He's turned himself in.
Okay.
So the issue that's being presented is the women felt like they had no choice. So that's
Right.
where I say that it's not quid pro quo, because then it's like, okay, if I want my career to take off, if I
Right.
want to be in this movie, if I want to land this part, then this has to happen.
Well, it's clearly sexual harassment. But
Yeah.
that's a civil matter. Does it go to the extent of being a criminal matter? That's all what I'm saying. But
That I don't know.
Anyway, in other news, another school shooting in Indiana. Two school shootings this week. One in Texas, one in Indiana. And I don't think it's been more than 3 months or 4 months since Stoneman.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just out of control. I don't know. Maybe Congress or the people out there that run the world can do something about this. I think at the local level, I've heard a lot of discussion about amongst county candidates for county commission, talking about adding metal detectors to schools.
Polk County got rid of school
yeah.
bags. You can't take backpacks in Polk County.
I'm actually considering getting my kid that bulletproof book bag. I mean,
the
it's
Kevlar one.
yeah, like I mean, it's terrifying. You got kids. I got yours a little bit older. Because you're old.
Thank you.
Yes, Andy, you're old. And mine are in I got one going to middle school. So, in other news, my wife has been beating me. I've been a victim of domestic violence.
She has not.
No, she has not. I actually got hurt playing soccer.
Right.
This is because I'm getting old. But it's just absolute craziness. That Supreme Court opinion, DeMaya actually argued that today in court.
Which one? What?
Supreme Court ruled the definition aggravated felony to be basically ambiguous and ruled it unconstitutional as void for vagueness, and brought it up today also along with a Fifth Amendment argument of failure to properly charge something in an immigration context, and I just argued that it was a lack of notice.
Wow.
That is going to be set for another hearing, so to be continued. Maybe I'll talk about that in another episode. And I think that we just need to be more mindful of what's going on with immigration practice and everything. Cool family law consultation. We were on the subject of sexual harassment. Family law consultation that it just popped up. We were talking about it off camera. I got a call about an annulment, and I'm not going to get too deep into it because I don't want to be offensive. But basically, the woman wanted an annulment, and she said, "Well, he lied to me, and apparently he had made a comment about being more endowed than he was, and
doesn't that fall under due diligence?
Well, you would think that she should have performed a certain amount of due diligence prior to, but at the same time, I understand where she was coming from because there is a provision under the annulments that if there was it's almost like contract law, like if there was a fraud in the inducement, like if they hadn't had relations and maybe he sent pictures that weren't of him or said things via text messages. There was writings about it. Maybe he misled her. I don't know. That potentially could have been an annulment, but I just thought it was an interesting topic.
That is very interesting.
So I thought I'd bring it up. And, like I said, today's Friday, May 25th, 2018. It is Memorial Day weekend. My wife was a military brat. My soon-to-be wife. We're finally getting married. And she grew up in Vicenza, Italy, and her dad was in the U.S. Army. And so shout out to him and all the people who served, and also to my brother-in-law who served in the 101st Airborne. I think he did 2 tours in Baghdad. Good guy. And to all the guys who didn't make it back, more importantly, that's Memorial Day weekend. I should say the ladies and gents who did not make it back, because obviously there's now been even female KIAs as well. Hopefully everyone who's out there now stationed abroad gets home safely. And remember that this weekend is not just about barbecues and hanging out. That is weather permitting, with all the rain we've been getting, but it's about the people that lost their lives to give us the freedoms that we do, so that we can sit here and talk about stuff like, I don't know, like the First Amendment issue going on with the NFL. That's crazy. I mean, I bring it up as an illegal context. What your politics is, I don't know, but it is a legal question. Is the NFL violating people's First Amendment speech rights? I don't know. A lot of people argue that they're working for an employer and it's just a condition set by your employer. And, other people are saying that you're just taking away a platform from people that should otherwise be able to do this non-violent protest to, let's just remember, to bring attention to the issue of police brutality, which is the whole debate. But anyhow, I leave that for you guys to decide. It's
I got a real simple solution to it.
What's that?
Start the televised portion of the NFL games at kickoff, not the national anthem.
I have an analogy for that, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, it's been a pleasure doing this week's show. Again, thoughts and prayers to the families in Indiana and in Texas, and to all the service men and women who lost their lives this Memorial Day weekend. It's definitely a somber weekend in light of everything that's been going on. Please be safe out there. Don't drink and drive. If you do, call me. I'll represent you. Again, this is Juan from the One-on-One Show. You can reach us at 407-733-0640 or at delatorrelaw.com, or on Facebook at Delatorre Law, or on YouTube, One-on-One Show or Delatorre Law. You guys have a nice weekend. Take care.